Today is different. We are just focused on the World Club Championship. We have 3 games to play in our group, and I don't think we're going to get anything out of any of these games. But it is going to be a mark of how good or bad this Hiroshima team is, and could we possibly win the Asian Champions League? I don't know if we're going to get anything out of it, but it's going to be fun. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Rocking All Over the Globe, Part 18, Club 2, here at Hiroshima in Japan. And it has not been great since you were last with us, and we have lost our unbeaten record. But as you can see from the table, we are still top. We have 56 points from our 21 games played, and we are 4 points clear of Yokohama in second. All the other clubs behind us have also played a game more than us, so we do have a game in hand and could go 7 points clear at the top of the table. But today is not about the Japanese league. Today is about winning trophies. And although we have won 5, I don't think we are going to win this one that we're about to attempt to today. We are about to get into our group stage of the World Club Championship, and we are in Group A, and we have 3 very, very tough fixtures in Group A, and I'm not expecting to get anything out of any of these games. Jokes aside, we are not winning this trophy here today, and we will be playing all the games. We will be playing our first game against River Plate, and we will play that game, and then we'll have highlights of the game against Inter Milan, and then we'll follow that with the game against Al Ali, and that against the Saudi Arabia club will be an indication of how possible it is that for us to win the Asian Champions League. Just how good or bad are we in terms of winning that competition, even if it is in the game, because as yet I still don't know if that competition is in the game. But we will judge ourselves against these teams. I'm not expecting to get anything out of the first 2, River and Inter, but we do have a chance against Al Ahly. Al Ahly have been beaten in the first game of the group. They've been beaten by Inter Milan by 3-1, and so they are not the greatest of teams, and maybe we are ranked favourites to finish bottom of the group. But if we can beat Al Ahly, then maybe we can get at least a 3rd place finish. But before we get into all that, as usual, if you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, then I can tell you, you are definitely in the right place. So why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, help the channel to grow, do all that good stuff, and help us to support the very good work of the British Heart Foundation. And let's have a look at what has happened since you were last with us. And when you were last with us, you saw us beating Kyoto by 3-1 away. And then we had that 1-0 defeat against Osaka in the League Cup round of 16. Not the greatest of results at all. We then went on to beat Shonan by 4-1 and Fukuoka by 4-0, 2 teams that we definitely should have been getting good results against, and we did. We then unfortunately lost our unbeaten record in the J1 League. We lost to Yokohama, and that is the first time that we have been beaten in the Japanese League in 2 seasons. And it was a dreadful performance against Yokohama. They are a good side, but we should have at least got a point out of it. But unfortunately, our undefeated run has come to an end in the J1 League. And then we went to Osaka in the second leg of the League Cup round of 16, trying to get back that arrears of 1-0, but it finished in a 2-2 draw. And so results over the last 5 games have not been that great, and I'm a bit concerned about slipping into a very poor run as we now have to play River Plate, Inter Milan and Al Ahly of Saudi Arabia before we will then play in the All Japan Cup second round. It's going to be quite an interesting experience, this. I hope that we're just not going to suddenly go lose 3 games and then suddenly find that it takes us a while to recover our form. We're going to have to set them up defensively, yet we're going to have to attack. All the games are being played in Japan, but we are playing in neutral venues, and we're going to play our first game against River. We will be at the Urawa Stadium. And so without much further ado, I think it's really time to get involved in the World Club Championship. As I said, we're going to play the first game against River Plate, then we will have highlights of Inter Milan and finish with the game against Al Ahly. I'm going to go and get the boys ready for the game against River. We'll be right back just before the kickoff. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today in the first game against River, a game we really have got no chance in. We're going to play Nagoshi in goal with Matsuda, Fuchi, Yokoyama and Shichi at the back, with Ito, Notsuta and Lee Dongwon in midfield. Endo, Mitsuta and Suzuki will play up front. It's our first team. It's the best team we can come up with. Let's hope that we can get something out of this game. I'm really not expecting anything. I think that River are going to be far too good for us, and I think that it's probably going to be a pretty heavy defeat. But what I want to tell the boys is the pressure is all on them. They have to beat us. We're going to go out. We're going to be positive. However, I am not going to press. I am not going to counter-press, and I'm not going to counter-attack. And we are just going to try and keep our shape and see what we can do. They are a very, very good team. Barco, I believe, is their top player. And that means we're going to have to play. Matsuda is going to have a very good game, as well as Lee Dongwon on the right-hand side of the pitch. And so, as we come into this first game, who knows what is going to happen? Let's hope that we can get something out of this. Who knows? It's going to be an interesting and affair. The World Club Championship for Hiroshima kicks off. Something I never thought that would be something we would be involved in. But we've made the better start of the two teams. Although we haven't had the attacking momentum, we've had most of the match momentum. And there's a nice pass over the top to Suzuki. Suzuki looking to get in behind, but he can't, and it goes out for a throw. The referee is having a look to see whether that might be a penalty. And is he going to award a penalty? I think it's going to VAR. He's just checking with VAR. Have we got a penalty in the first 10 minutes? And the penalty is awarded. It'll probably be Suzuki to step up. Can he score? And can he make it 1-0 to Hiroshima? And, it's going to be Ito who takes the penalty, and Ito puts it away, and we are 1-0 up. This was not expected, but I'm pretty sure that River are not finished yet. They are a very, very good team, and we are going to have to be at our very best. We don't know enough about these players. I don't know enough about them to be able to do opposition instructions for them. But at the moment, the match momentum is with Hiroshima, and that's all we can hope for, and hope that we defend well enough, as there's a corner that's well saved by Nagoshi at the near post. And at the moment, we're holding our own, but we're not creating much. And although what we are creating is on target, and that is always a good sign. But it's still match momentum and possession with River Plate, and we are struggling a little bit to stay in this game. But at half-time, as we come up to half-time, we're doing okay, and we are ahead. And here at the Arawa Stadium, the competition is being played in Japan. We are a goal to the good. And keep doing what you're doing, boys. You're doing well. Keep working hard, and you can get something out of this. A draw will be fantastic. A win will be even better. But is second half syndrome going to kick in here? And here come River, and they have been the better team, so I'm not expecting us to hold on to this lead. They are pressing us. I think perhaps we need to change a little bit when we're not tired, and maybe at some point we'll need to start pressing them. They have got the match momentum. Second half syndrome has kicked in as we speak at the moment, and Endo has picked up a knock. We're going to have to get Endo off. Let's go and make some changes. And so I have made just a couple of changes, and I'm a bit concerned that we're not really in this game. But we are still 1-0 up, and the penalty that we had is keeping us ahead. And we are in possession. It comes out to Ito. Ito's having a good game. That's a nice pass out to Matsuda into the box. It can't find its man, but we're going to bring it forward. And Fuji finds Lee Hongdong. There's a chance, and Tono is offside. He's going to be given offside for that. And that would have made it 2-0, but I do think he was offside by a long way. And I don't believe that is going to be given. The linesman's flag was up straight away. The goal is disallowed. It did look offside to me. I got excited a little bit prematurely. It was a lovely pass from Lee Dongwon, but he was about half a metre offside. But Tono, who's come on for Suzuki, who was not playing very well. We don't have Piros at the moment because he's on international duty with Cyprus. But I need to make some more changes. Ito is tired. He needs to come off. And I think we will replace him. I'm not quite sure who yet, but we need to do something. And here is Notsuda coming forward, finds Mitsuta, Lee Dongwon. And again, was he fouled just inside the area? That looked like a penalty to me, referee. We are kind of putting pressure on them. I don't want us pressing too high up the pitch, but they are letting us, kind of dragging us onto them, and I don't want that to happen. I've instructed the boys to hold their shape now rather than counterattack, just to make sure that we're not getting out of shape when we lose the ball, when we win the ball. And that's a nice pass, but can we get on the end of it? We do! And Tono again, and he's hit the crossbar. And somehow that has stayed out, but he's been given offside again. I need to go and make some changes now. And so we have made our final changes, and it really is just, can we hold on to this 1-0? We've been absolutely hammered, in all fairness. I will be very surprised if we win this game. They have totally dominated the game. We have come back into the game in terms of possession a little bit, but they are going to come forward, I think, at us now, and it's going to go right down to the wire, this one. I don't think we can hold on to this. I think they're a better team than us, and we've done well up to now, but here they come. Here is the equaliser. It's a brilliant save by Nagoshi. And we're just desperately holding on with about 5 minutes to go. I'm going to make a few more changes. And what I'm going to do is we're going to pull the line back. In fact, I'm going to go into a low block now. We're going to come off that press. And we are going to slow everything down. We're going to slow the game down. We're going to regroup when we lose possession. Let's make it slower. Let's go narrower. Let's waste time. Be more disciplined. Let's try and hold on to this game. There's just a few moments left. We do have a corner. And Mitsuta with the corner to the near post. It's headed out. Can we win the second ball? We do, and fired over the crossbar. It was almost 2-0. What a game. Well done, boys. If we can hold on to this absolutely fabulous performance in our first game in the World Club Championship. We've been outplayed, but we got the goal, and that's all that matters. And we have done exceptionally well in our first game in the World Club Championship. And we have dropped into second place here. We have to play Inter Milan next, and that's probably going to knock the wind out of our sails. Endo's going to be out for a few days. But what a performance by the boys. Well done. We have to go and get the team ready now for the next game. We'll be right back with the highlights of the Inter Milan game before heading off for the Al Ahly game from Saudi Arabia. This will be quite interesting as we go into our final two games. We'll be back with the highlights. And so it wasn't to be. We were beaten at the end of the day by Inter by 2-1. We could have won it. We were the stronger team finishing, but we didn't take our chances. And if you don't take your chances, as we know in football, you ain't going to win football games. But I was very pleased with the team for just 2-1. And we are a very minor team in this competition. And we've done really well. We've beaten River Plate, and we have been defeated by Inter by just that odd goal in a game we could have won. Now we have to beat Al Ahly, because Al Ahly actually went and beat River Plate by 4-1. And so if we are going to progress, then we're going to have to beat them. And it's possible. And I'm going to go and attack Al Ahly, and I'm going to just see if we can't qualify just by attacking. It doesn't matter now if we don't get the result that we want. We haven't gone into a dreadful run, and we will pick up in our next fixture in Japan. But for now, I think it's important we get the team ready. We take a positive attitude in this game. We go out there and we try and win it. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today in this very, very important game now is Nagoshi in goal, with Matsuda, Fuchi, Ito and Shichi at the back. Notsuda, Toshima and Lee Dongguang in midfield, with Endo, Mitsuta and Suzuki up front. Can we get something out of this? Can we even qualify? If we get a draw, I'll be pleased. It will mean that we don't qualify. But even a draw will be a good result if we actually can beat them. And we were very, very unlucky against Milan. And if we can beat these boys, then we will qualify in second place. But who knows what's going to happen. We are the rank underdogs again. Al Ahly from Saudi are a very, very good team. These Saudi teams are favourites for the Asian Champions League always. And we'll have to play extremely well to get a result out of this. We are in third. We've done better than we could have possibly imagined, and we have 3 points. But let's hope that we can get another 1 or maybe 3 out of the game today. Who knows what is going to happen? It will be an absolutely phenomenal performance if we do. I'm not going to be too upset with the boys if we don't. I've decided to play positive with a high line. I want to take the game to them. I want us to give as good as we get in this game. We started the game with a low block defensive style against Milan, went to go behind. We allowed them in the second half to go 2-0 up before we put the pressure on them towards the end of the game. And we actually came strongly back into the game at that point, and we did extremely well in the second half and could almost have won it. But we do have a corner, and Suzuki is going to take the corner to the near post. It's headed out. Can we win the second ball? Yes, we can. Mitsuta finds Suzuki. Suzuki going into the box, lines up a shot, takes the shot. It's 1-0. Hiroshima 1, Al Ahly 0. We have taken the lead. I don't know if this means we are going to qualify, but at the moment, if the scores remain like this, we are going to finish in second place. And this is way beyond what expectations that I had. This is a very young team that are just doing superbly well. What an absolutely stunning performance so far. I decided to go positive, to press them hard, take the game to them, and it's paid off so far. As Lee Dongguang bursts into the box, Lee Dongguang has a chance, and it's a good save. It took a deflection, which took the sting off it. We've been the better team. We've had all the match momentum. We've had most of the play, 7 shots, 4 on target. We've been clearly the better team. I'd like a little bit more possession if I possibly could. But at half-time, it's Hiroshima 1, Al Ahly 0. And so far, so good. And I think I might have clicked on the wrong button there. I told them to go out and play with no pressure. And I'm going to tell them, the midfield, just tell them all to keep going. You were really good and you can get a result. I hope that the mistake of clicking the wrong button hasn't going to cause a serious problem as we have another corner. We are still the better team in the second half. It comes out to Mitsuta, to Notsuda. He finds Matsuda, finds Shichi, who's gone very quiet of late. He hasn't been playing as well as he was in the early stages of the season. But here is Shichi looking to progress the ball. He can't. Looks inside for Ito. Ito's having a good game at centre-back today. He finds his young compatriot Fuji, that's a poor pass, and we've lost the ball. And here come Al Ahly on the counter-attack, and they're looking very dangerous. They are going to score. It's 1-1, and they are back in the game. And second half syndrome has occurred again, and FM has done its dirty deed again. I don't know how to combat second half syndrome. It's only 2 minutes into the second half, and you can't plan for this. It just happens every game. And when you're in front in this game at halftime, the opposition will play a lot better in the second half. And you can clearly see they have the match momentum. The game's completely flipped on its head. And at the moment, it is the 1-1. We're giving still as good as we got, but it is going to be a corner for Al Ali. They do have a chance. It's a bit of a ping-pong in the box. Comes out, they've taken the lead, and we are in trouble now. And they have totally turned the game around. Second half syndrome, and we have had no answer to them. I'm going to demand more from the boys. It was terrible. And from a set piece again, our set piece defending is terrible. I need our set piece coach to be working on this. It's not been a very good day. I thought it was going to be. We've been poor, and that's what you get if you're poor. I'm going to go and make some changes now. And so we have made our changes. I don't think it's going to be enough. And as you can see from the stats, the game has been completely turned on its head. And now clearly the stats are saying the better team are Al Ali. I'm a bit disappointed that, again, we were doing so well in the first half. And we haven't been able to win again. And we've lost 2 goals in the second half. And I do feel it's a little unfair. I don't know how to combat this, and I don't think anybody yet knows how to combat second half syndrome. There is no answer to it. We're going to attack them now anyway, see if we can get an equaliser. It will mean that we don't qualify, but it doesn't matter. We never expected to, but a draw would be nice to finish. And we do have a chance, and Mitsuta has made it 2-2. Makes me feel a little bit happier. We deserve a draw, and I still am struggling to work the game out, but well done, boys. We've come back after second half syndrome has relaxed a little bit, and we've come back to 2-2. And Mitsuda with a nice strike. And I'm going to stay attacking now, just in case. See if we can't get another one. But it is going to be Al Ali, and maybe they are going to finish the stronger of the two teams. It's not that they are fitter and stronger than us. I don't know what it is, to be honest. I'm going to go and just ask my assistant to make some changes there. And to... I don't know if it's going to do any good. But at the moment, it's 2-2. It means we're not going to qualify. But what a performance by the boys. We got 4 points in that group against very, very good teams. And it was just bad luck. It was a pretty good performance at the end of the day. But we haven't qualified. We finished in 3rd, just on goal difference. They just had 1 more goal in terms of goal difference than we did. It's been a good performance in the World Club Championship. We are not going through, but it's a shame. It's still a good performance, and we have been knocked out. But we can go back and focus on the competitions in Japan now. This was never something that we were going to win. Well done, boys. I'll take that. And we have got a very busy schedule coming up, and that's why that will be good news. It means that hasn't got 3 defeats there, making it look really bad. It doesn't look great, but we can recover now. And I expect us to recover as we come into July and August. It doesn't look like there are any games in July. It looks like there's a whole month off in July, and that confuses me as well. And so that will be transfer window. We're going to come back after all that has finished. And we'll come back for the games against Yamagata and FC Tokyo. And we'll focus on the league once more. In terms of the league, what has happened is nothing. And we remain on top. And we are still 4 points clear of Yokohama. And we have a game in hand. And that's it for this episode. If you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content, you love to see people suffer playing this game, then you are definitely in the right place. So why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, do all that good stuff. Help the channel to grow. Help us to support the very good work of the British Heart Foundation. I'm quite a happy manager at the moment. We've did much better in that competition than I thought we were going to do. We didn't qualify, but never mind. All kudos to the boys. We now have to focus on domestic competitions. And so we'll be back very shortly to see how we progress and how we get on in the second half of this season. All that remains to be said now is stay safe, take care, and we will see you in the next episode.